Chris Childs, part of that $150 million plus in offseason acquisitions. You get that penetration and the look away. That's what the Knicks have from Larry Johnson.
Herb Williams, no. Oakley with the follow.
Right now, the Heat are being dominated in the hustle area. They're being dominated on the offensive glass, getting to the loose ball. Pat Riley's got to see his team get it together. Mourning up off the bench, yelling and screaming.
Knicks have scored the last 9 points, and we're under a minute to play for the first quarter.
A good opportunity for the Heat to go 2 for 1 here, shoot at the end of the shot clock, and they'll get the last one back.
Mike Austin taking a look.
Tough pass.
Sasha Danilovic for 3. He got it.
That was for P.J. Brown, and it hit Sasha in his perfect shooting rhythm.
Danilovic had a foot on the line, so that's a 2-pointer. We're down to 35 seconds to play. 23-16 Knicks. Childs for 3. 10-point lead for the Knicks.
Well, again, Miami's offense is struggling. We're seeing the same thing 2 weeks in a row. When the other team's got skilled players who hustle just as much, the Heat have trouble.
P.J. Brown with the lay-in.
And again, their secret is not to get blown out early. If they can stay in the ball game, they feel they can win the ball game. Their road record this year has proven that to us. So they've won 20 times out on the road. They've won a lot of close games, and they're only down by 8. Chris Childs has got that feeling.
2 more for Chris Childs. 28-18 at the buzzer. Got it!
That's a way to break a cold streak. Throw one in from 3/4 court.
Well, Tim Hardaway was zipped this side of the line, so as the quarter ends, he nails one from long range.
That's a 3-pointer, right? That's foot not on the line.
Well, Hardaway likes to practice these kind of shots to call practice off. Game. That's how you end the game.
28-21 is the score. Larry Johnson leads the way with 8 points for the Knicks. We're back with the start of the second right after this. Back in Madison Square Garden, Tim Hardaway had a pretty good ending to the first quarter for the Miami Heat. These are the final few seconds, and Hardaway casts off. And if there is anybody on the floor who's qualified to do that, it's Tim Hardaway. At practice, he does little things like this, and yesterday we had a chance to ask Tim about it.
It's just a thing that I do.
Larry Johnson works his way in and got it. 10 points on the day for Larry Johnson, who comes in the object of a great deal of criticism here in New York and the owner of a 12-point per game average. He has 10 already. Another turnover by the Heat.
It's ironic, Greg, because when Larry Johnson passes the ball, they say he's unaggressive. When Ewing shoots the ball, they say he's being selfish. So it's
Oakley for 3, front rim.
That's what you want Oakley trying to do. A little bit too much. And he got happy and stretched his limits, and the result's not good. Hardaway can't finish.
Timmy a little too close to the basket.
The only shot he's made is from 3/4 court.
Let's go back to Larry Johnson at the other end.
But Larry Johnson has this kind of ability and hasn't played to it for most of the season, but he's been very aggressive in attacking the Miami Heat. And he is beginning to pick up a little steam, and maybe after the All-Star break, the real Larry Johnson shows up here in New York.
Well, Larry Johnson's been playing out of position. Down in Charlotte, he was the power forward. Now he's playing the small forward, and I don't know if Larry still has the quickness to play effectively at that small forward position. And really, this franchise, New York, has been searching for a good small forward since the days of Bernard King.
Austin down the lane. Boy, what a banging going on down low between Herb Williams and Alonzo Mourning. 30-23, Knicks lead it by 7.
Riley senses the game at the offensive end getting away from a little bit, so they try to get Mourning back in and generate some offense. Ike Austin to steal.
Hardaway back to Austin, who gets creamed as he goes to the basket by Chris Childs. Let's go there. Oakley.
And I did say that, yes.
I'm just checking.
7-point lead for the Knicks. Oakley has 8. There's Ike Austin. Outside, Crotty open, pushes up a 3 and got it.
3-point goal, John Crotty.
John Crotty cuts the Knicks lead to 38-34 as we come up on 5.5 to play for the first half.
Crotty can play, and he's another one of those great Virginia guys like Sampson, like Rick Carlisle. Crotty, only real weakness is lack of foot speed.
Ewing outside. Ward with 3 on the shot clock. Charlie Ward.
Charlie, one of 5 guys left on this Knick team that ever played for Pat Riley.
Yeah, he didn't really play for Riley.
He practiced for him.
He didn't get a lot of time. But he has turned out to be a very solid player for the New York Knicks, P.J. Brown.
P.J. Brown makes it a 41-36 game.
Well, he's their true point guard, Charlie Ward. I mean, Chris Childs is a converted 2 guard, and Charlie Ward, according to Van Gundy, plays Tim Hardaway better than anybody on this Knick team.
John Starks down the lane, drew the foul, and he'll
conservative on the scoreboard and a very aggressive and physical game starts.
That's an offensive foul on John Starks, who gets up in vehement disagreement.
It has taken until this year for the fans to appreciate what John Starks is. He's a very competitive player. Sometimes he tries to do too much, but he's all about winning. And I think that he fits in nicely what Van Gundy is trying to do right now.
Allen Houston for 3.
Good outlet by Ewing.
Ewing off Hardaway. And out of bounds to the Knicks. Tim Hardaway almost lost the handle.
Look at Ewing just closed down the middle.
What a shot by Tim Hardaway.
He's made all the hard work.
Yeah, 5 points on the afternoon, and we're tied at 47. Last 16 seconds of play.
Now, this is a matchup that Allen Houston should win, but Allen Houston ends up taking tough shots going against the clock.
Get that one. 4.2 to play. The outlet. LaShawn Leonard to Danilovic. Check out the Houston shot clock is at 5. Back over to Ewing.
Riley wants a 20 immediately.
20 seconds.
What do you think he saw there that he didn't like?
Well, they didn't react to Patrick Ewing, and they allowed Allen Houston to get to the middle of the floor after they double-teamed, and I'm sure that's what he's complaining about. That's going to get 3 guys to Houston. He drops it to Patrick Ewing wide open, and again, Ewing showing he can shoot the ball deep.
Well, the Miami Heat have been slow to make the defensive adjustments. Great teams, they think as a unit. Now, obviously, Riley is a genius at designing defenses, getting players to play hard, but unless the players think as a unit at the same pace as the coach is thinking and make those adjustments on the court, you got to defend the pick and roll better than that. That's what the Knicks are trying to do, set Ewing up for a 20-foot jumper.
51-47, Knicks with the lead. The Heat shooting 54% from the floor in the first half. They shoot 44% during the regular season on the average.
And they haven't gotten the shooters really into the ball game. Leonard struggling, Hardaway struggling, Danilovic coming off the bench is giving them some pop, but they've been able to get Brown, Austin, and Mourning scoring the ball in close.
Heat backcourt has not produced as of yet this afternoon. Childs up top. Oakley caught P.J. Brown with his back turned, and Childs found him, and it's a 53-47 Knicks lead.
One of the few breakdowns for P.J. in this game. He's played a marvelous overall game. See, that's the same trend that the Knicks got from Larry Johnson in the tough loss at Charlotte Friday night. Big first half, nothing late.
Big step for Alonzo Mourning to the basket. 53-49. Knicks. Mourning has 14.
Mourning is taking advantage of every seam that Ewing gives him, and there was an obvious one. Allen Houston.
Jeff Van Gundy really trying to find the perfect game for Allen Houston, whether he's a one-on-one creator, whether he's a catch-and-shoot guy. I think at this point he's much more of a one-on-one, and it needs to improve the catch-and-shoot part of his game.
Keith Askins with the easy layup down the left side, his first basket of the day. 55-51, Knicks lead by 4, and we have 8:40 to play here in the third quarter.
Askins, one of the lowest scoring. Beautiful pass. Make a layup, please.
Beautiful pass by Chris Childs. Hardaway. Tipped back outside to Hardaway. Haskins going to take a three and hit it.
3.4.
Miami with its first lead since early in the first quarter.
Nice pass starts.
Oakley gets the lead right back for the Knicks. 59-58, Oak has 12.
Where are the Knicks going to get their offense with Ewing out of the game? Larry Johnson in Houston. This
Heat with the ball in a 2-point lead. P.J. Brown draws the double team.
They're really closing back out on Hardaway beautifully.
Haskins for three.
Not in foul trouble, and they can defend the center.
Starks for three. Good look by Patrick Ewing. Starks wide open behind the arc, 64-62.
But it all started with a great penetration by Childs and a nice dish to Ewing.
P.J. Brown with the turnaround. Gets two in the back.
Has been real efficient today. I mean, he has only missed a couple of shots, hasn't been really looking for it. 7 of 9. A terrific afternoon for P.J. Brown.
3 minutes to play, third quarter. Heat with a 4-point lead. Charlie Ward for Ewing, who gave it up and turned it over.
Starks looks a lot more confident here in the second half, Greg. Very tentative. Remember, it's the first game back after 4 misses with that sore right shoulder.
Hardaway comes up shooting. And Hardaway is now 2 out of 12 from the floor this afternoon. And 9 assists, but he comes up with the steal there. And the bucket.
Tim Hardaway.
When Hardaway's had bad ball games, it's usually key plays like that that is salvaged today for him. A nice pick and a score.
Ewing for Oakley.
Both teams really cooling off here in the second half, shooting-wise.
Ward passed up the three. Childs penetrates and draws a foul.
Trying to free up Ewing.
Ewing got Miami will play for 1 shot.
Ewing intent on getting all the way to the basket today. Outstanding.
Just underway, fourth quarter, game tied at 70. Miami comes in with a game-and-a-half lead on the Knicks in the Atlantic Division race.
Nice fronting defense by Ike Austin.
Starks found the baseline open. Pat Riley lamenting the lack of a cutoff man down low.
But that vintage John Starks there, an explosive effort, and then putting the cap on it with 2 hands over the top. He picks up the foul.
On that last whistle, Hardaway back outside. Crotty moves it around. Danilovic for 3. Got it. Sasha Danilovic makes it a
Terrific ball movement. Sorry, Greg.
1-point lead for Miami. Danilovic has 9.
But you see when everybody touches that ball. Oh, yes.
Beautiful look by Charlie Ward. And the Knicks regain the lead, 74-73.
It's an offensive flurry by both teams.
Good feed to Austin, who is fouled by Chris Childs. Nice feed.
Put it in rhythm, and then Charlie Ward just finds Ewing on the back cut beautifully. All set up by the fact that Ewing set a good screen initially.
On the bench for Miami. Ward down the lane. Got it. 2-point lead for the Knicks. Mourning on the bench, but waiting to come in at the next available opportunity.
The ball movement so crisp for New York in this quarter. P.J. Brown and Ike Austin have been marvelous for Pat Riley today.
Ward inside, got the basket. Let's see if this is on Mourning. Foul is on John Crotty.
Things you learn over the years is as soon as you hear the whistle, even if you don't think you're going to make it, throw it at the basket. This one goes in. Everyone here at the Garden comes off their feet.
So Mourning very fortunate that wasn't called on him. It's Crotty's 3rd, and it's a 79-77 lead for the Knicks.
See, the 3-guard lineup for New York has worked well today.
There's been, all 4 of them actually been playing. Houston, Starks, Ward, Childs, and any combination.
Hardaway way too long. The lead for Johnson. And Pat Riley angrily indicates timeout.
You got to get back, and if you don't, this is what's going to happen to you. Larry Johnson hadn't scored until then, but it's a big hoop for the Knicks.
Johnson one-on-one with P.J. Brown. In the lane, fadeaway, great shot, Larry Johnson.
Johnson delivering in the low post. P.J. Brown, good patient defense. You make a guy dribble that many times, eventually it'll pay off for you defensively.
This is a matchup that they got to look to exploit. Larry Johnson being guarded, or trying to guard Alonzo Mourning. They got to find Mourning down in the low box.
Danilovich.
That's not his game. Great defense by the Knicks, forcing him to put it on the floor to his left.
83-79, 6:40 to play in regulation. Ewing goes at Mourning. Gets it back, spins to the baseline, puts it up, draws the 5th personal foul on Mourning. Ford, 5.5 to play, 84-79, Houston for 3.
Charlie Ward making it all happen. The quick up-court kick. And then Allen Houston in perfect rhythm, catch and shoot.
Pat Riley calls time with 5:25 to play in the 4th. Have Ewing, lifts it up, no, and the tip in by Oakley.
Mourning and Brown did a real good job of making Ewing take a tough shot, but nobody boxes Oakley.
Those little guards have got to get down low. Terrific defense, Ewing on the rotation.
Oakley with a big rebound, and Childs pushes it back. Houston for 3. Pat Riley says timeout again.
Good basketball for the Knicks on the push. Everybody involved, keyed by Ewing's defense.
We're back after this message and a word from your local station. Brown off the pass from Austin. This is tapped to the side, and Houston saves it.
Allen Houston with very solid production here in the second half, particularly the 4th. Miami down to just one timeout. That could really hurt them if they can get back and make it a close game in the closing moments.
Well, they've got 3 minutes and only down 9. They got plenty of time. They got to force some mistakes by the New York Knicks against the clock now at 2.
And Childs out of the side. No. Waved off. Monty McCutcheon says that the shot did not get off in time, and Jeff Van Gundy wants an explanation. Take a look.
It looked good from where I was sitting. Childs keeps it going. Larry Johnson with a nice kickback. Always find the guy who initially gave it up.
You heard the reaction of the crowd also watching it on replay.
Van Gundy was with the crowd. He said, oh, too, but they took it away. A fortunate break for Miami. The question is, can they capitalize? Trying to find Alonzo Mourning again.
Austin on the baseline. Ewing went after him. Patrick Ewing wins the battle with Alonzo Mourning. Once again, our final score, the Knicks 95 and Miami 89. For Steve Jones, Bill Walton, and Dan Hicks, I'm Greg Gumbel saying so long from Madison Square Garden in New York. We'll send you across the country.